Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Amenadel, aka Green Grow Guy, and here we are out in the Philadelphia urban farm. We're out here on the farm in the food forest, checking out our food for the morning. All right, so usually when you come out in the morning, guys, you see all the new stuff. All right. One of the things that I would be honest with you, me growing sweet potatoes in a grow table this year doesn't have me concerned because they actually look great, which is a sure sign that my sweet potatoes are growing and they have what they need to grow, is because the leaves are looking phenomenal. But I never grew them at a table before, like I bought this year, but I did it so that I'm hooking up my backyard. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. You know what I mean? And I thought that this grow table would be beneficial for lots of stuff, like lettuce in the spring, carrots in the fall. You know what I mean? Like all kinds of things I see it being beneficial for. So I bought it, and I decided to use this grow table for. Oh, wait a minute. I want to show you guys something that I just realized. If you guys see this kind of white crust. You guys see it? You see that white crust? Chinese lantern bug larvae. So before I go in today, I'm going to spray it down because August is Chinese lantern larvae month. That's when they get the hatching and flying around, and I got to get the stomping and spraying. Because soon as they come about, guys, they are about eating your vegetation. So that's why in the month of July, I've been really heavy spraying, like neem oil and things like that. Know that you can pretty much spray neem oil when you want, as long as you always spray it moderately. Okay? Now, when you actually start buying synthetic pesticides, you only can spray them maybe like your plants, like maybe 3 times a season. Okay? So keep that in mind. You want to do it before the sun gets extreme. You want to do it when it's dry, and you want to give it the opportunity to dry before wetting it. Just know those things, and when you're giving it the pesticide applications will really work. You know what I mean? Because if you apply them at the wrong times, and it won't work. You know what I mean? Or it won't work as effective. So, coming out today, some things that I noticed. Number one, I have to get this grapevine together. I see some of the leaves, they're turning a little yellow. Now this happens with grapes, guys. Don't be alarmed. You see, like I got some yellow leaves coming. Don't be alarmed. And honestly, I just fed this some nitrogen yesterday. Okay? I fed it some nitrogen. So I'm expecting it to green up. Probably by like Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to be super green. Okay? Because nitrogen does that. Everything got a nitrogen feed, including this basil that's looking a little off. You know what I mean? I fed it with some nitrogen so I could get the green back in it. Now, this thyme right here, I'm actually going to plant this today because I keep being lazy, but I need to get it down into the soil right here so that I can keep that, because I see it's drying out. It's not looking like I want it to look. It's looking good, but it's not looking as good as it possibly can. My mint is minting, y'all. Now, y'all watched the video last week and y'all saw me harvesting it. And it looks great. This is something now that I'm actually leaving out of my polycarbonate house. Because for you guys that don't know, for many pests, mint is a deterrent. They don't like the way it smells. Some animals mess with it, but majority of animals don't. Especially like the rodents, like, the mice, the rats, cats won't bother it. So the most common things, squirrels, they won't bother it. They don't really mess with mint like that. It actually deters them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see strategically all through my yard, I do have deterrent plants, marigolds, mint, lavenders. These things deter pests that are actually like animals, not the bugs, but the animals. Mint does deter some insects, but I usually do plants and use them as deterrents for the actual like walking pests like animals, not necessarily insects. I control the insects with neems and pesticides, good plant maintenance, scheduled water. You know what I mean? And these are the things that will help you reduce mold, fungus, and you know, loss in plants. And when you're on a regular watering routine, when you are fertilizing and pruning accurately, you know what I mean, you eliminate a lot of pests, because of the fact that most pests come when mold and fungus and decay start to arrive, because your plants are dying, you're not pruning them, you're not giving them what they need, etc., etc. I'll say it to you guys a million times, because everybody always asks me, how do you keep your yard so green? I fertilize it, I use pesticides, and I'm constantly pruning. I'm constantly pruning, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I do it so much, I can come out in the morning and go pick, 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 pick. Okay? That's the best way that I recommend to prune your yard. Come out every day, you see it dead, you see, this isn't looking beautiful, pick. Soon as I see it not looking beautiful, get out of here. Because you know, y'all know I like pretty plants. Y'all know I like pretty plants. That's not going to change. I mean, that's not something that's going to change about me anytime soon. But as I was coming out, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at my garden, y'all. My pepper plant, now y'all know I don't like no ate up damn plant. Y'all know I don't like no ate up plants. Okay, now even though my stunted pepper plant, if y'all been watching my videos, I've been telling y'all about my stunted pepper plant, but now she trying to stunt in a different way. Okay, because baby girl on some grow shit now. She on some grow. Now she not big, y'all, but everybody can't be big. You know, sometimes it's little people. Hell, I'm a little person. This is what I don't like about it. Is the way that it got so ate up during the spring. And I promise y'all, I was treating the hell out of this pepper plant. And I'm going to be honest. Home Depot lost me with that one. They didn't lose me as a customer. But I'm going to give you advice if you go to their garden center or any garden center. All right? We're just not going to limit it to Home Depot, because I don't want people to get that idea that Home Depot is not a great place as a garden center. And they actually are. Now, some of the products that people sell that Home Depot, some of the vendors that Home Depot uses, I have certain picks over other picks, but I'm going to tell you, anytime you go to a garden and a nursery, when you bring these plants home, acclimate them to your garden first by spraying them down with neem oil. Usually that's what I do, but when I went to Home Depot this year and I had grabbed the pepper plant, the weather was being funny. So I honestly just stuck it inside of my polycarbonate house. And baby, you want to talk about attack of the white flies? It was crazy. You know what I mean? So all the spring, I was fighting white flies, which is common, especially when you're container growing, guys, okay? But I got it under control, and my pepper plants, they took the brunt. I'm about to start cussing, because my pepper plants, out of all the plants, took the brunt. Now, I was unsure where it had started, but now, progressively seeing everything grow, it started with the pepper plants that I got from the Home Depot. And that's not because Home Depot sells bad products, okay? These plants are out in the air just like every plant is out in the environment, okay? Lots of bugs fly on it, they lay eggs, they do things. You know what I'm saying? It's not a Home Depot thing. It's just a garden thing, and it was actually a lapse on my part, because I know darn well that I should have brought this in, sprayed it down with neem oil, let it sit out for a day. You know what I mean? Hit it again in the morning, and then, you know what I mean, start integrating into my garden. But when you start rushing, you start making mistakes, and that was one of the mistakes I definitely made in the beginning of the spring, which was putting some white fly infested sweet bell pepper plants into the greenhouse. Now, I have two of them. The other one it's ate up, but it's nowhere near isn't nowhere near as small, nor is it nowhere as ate up as the other plant. Here, I'll show you guys right now. Okay, you guys can see the difference. The height, I mean, it's about a whole 1.5 feet bigger. Okay, and this is actually going to give me food. This one's giving food out. All right. And I'm going to tell you something about green peppers. Once they start giving, as long as you take them off on time, once your green peppers start giving you peppers, if you clip them on time like you're supposed to, when I tell you you'll start a green pepper factory, facts, big time. Okay? So with that being said, I do expect in the next month or two to have some big bodacious sweet green bell peppers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that I need any more, because I got some patio peppers that they just won't stop patio peppering, which I'm happy for. You know what I mean? I'm also happy that the weather today is a lot milder. We had a 100-degree day yesterday. You know what I mean? So know that during this time of year, your plants are getting the scorch. You know what I mean? So come out early, water them, take care of them, check them. You know what I'm saying? Because irregular watering will affect the quality of the fruit or vegetable. Okay? So just stay on top of that, y'all. All right. Coming out this morning, I realized cucumbers are coming. You see that? Okay, the flower didn't open yet, but there's a cucumber behind it. You see that little stick? That's the cucumber. This one is a male. Wait, let me show you. All right, that one right there is a male because there's no cucumber behind it. This is a female because there's a cucumber. So when that opens up, I'm going to fertilize it. I got her right here. I got another baby girl right here. I got one right here. So the cucumbers are coming and they're doing their big one. So I'm happy about noticing that. Now with this strawberries, what I'm going to do today is these ones that didn't fertilize, I'm cutting them off. Because, guys, I'm getting the strawberries, but they're too small. They're just too small. And I honestly want to keep this in a hanging basket. I don't want to move it into my actual polycarbonate house, because this is something, once you plant it, it grows like a freaking weed. And it will take over the whole area. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I try to grow certain things very contained. Strawberries being one of them. I've been trying to contain tomatoes since I've been growing them, child. I can't do it. But this is one of the plants that I try to contain, and grow some vine, and they grow really, really well. So I'm going to cut this down today. I'm going to take these little dead ones off, like that one right there, and I'm going to minimize it. So maybe I have 2 or 3 strawberries, because right now on one stem, if you guys can see, it's 3 strawberries, and none of these on this stem are looking so great. This one has a chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this one and this one right here, okay, and give this one a chance to grow. I'm going to do the same over here, okay, and I'm going to go through this today and cut it away, because there's no point. You might say, hey, I got 1 million strawberries, but if they're all this size right here, what is that? That's like a Tic Tac. So I don't want that. And the way that you make them bigger, guys, is do exactly what I just explained. You're gonna minimize the amount on each stem. Okay? So if I take these 2 away or 3 away, it's gonna give all the energy to this one right here. So that's what I'm gonna go around and do today, and train this strawberry bush to give me substantial strawberries that, like, I can eat. I don't want to grow 1 million strawberries and still only have, like, you know, enough strawberry to put on a piece of toast. Like, that's crazy. That goes crazy. I'm not wasting my water like that. I pay for water. So with that being said, grapes are doing good. I'm going to do the same thing with these grapes that I did the other grapes. One of the things I'm noticing is that I'm feeling really good that there's going to be grapes next year, because when you guys know about grapes, you're starting to see this is what starts to make the grapes. There's certain ones that are vines, and there's certain ones that begin to make the grape vine, like the actual grape bunch, I should say. All right. Yesterday, after our video, I showed you guys about pollinating this, and look. Looky here. Focus in. I don't know why my phone isn't focusing today, y'all. Well, for those that can't see, there you go. Right there, that's the beginning of some corn. Hot dang. Hot diggity dang. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that, because I didn't see any on my outside corn, but I had saw some on the inside. I'm really, 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 really happy about that, and about this corn. I'm excited. I'm excited about the corn, guys, because um, that's I love corn. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm related to Pocahontas and them, but I love corn. Okay, and the fact that we are growing it in our backyard to this magnitude, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic, and I get excited because I be ready to put my teeth on stuff like yeah. All right, but as normal, I'm gonna take the plants out that I usually take out of my polycarbonate house. I'm gonna check on my watermelons, and things like that. Just check the water levels, like, you know what I mean. Make sure everything is doing green. Anything I see, like, oh, you trying to die? Let me clip that, because I'm really on the fence with these lima beans, y'all. Y'all know my lima bean struggles. You know what I mean? But it's like really giving me llamas. So I'm like, it's not dead if it's busting out the llamas. Cause like, yo, I got mad lima beans on here. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll, I don't know what to do, y'all. Y'all tell me in the comments what you think I should do. Because granted, if I start over right now, I could probably get the same amount of llamas and it look pretty. You know what I'm saying? But every time I'm in my mind like, yeah, rip that down, I see brand new llamas. And I'm like, I'll rip that down. This is ugly. Just accept its ugliness. Everything can't be pretty. You know what I mean? But I'm having a hard time accepting it being ugly. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Okay, y'all. So, y'all know to a degree I can't leave well enough alone. I just wanted to let you know that, just in case you didn't know about me. So, I pulled off one of these llamas because I'm like, should I tear this off? I like tearing stuff down. But I looked at it, y'all. That looks beautiful. That's a beautiful lima bean, y'all. It's beautiful. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave this be, and that's not even the biggest one. I just pulled off a smaller one, opened it up, and boom. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty. All right, so I might leave that be. It's ugly. It's right here, and it's ugly, but I might leave it be. All right, another thing that I done found, y'all. I know y'all can't tell that these are getting bigger. They got slightly bigger. These watermelon. Here goes another one right here that I have. I don't know why there it is. It's turning a little off color, so that one might not survive. But I got a brand new one right there growing in. I don't know what the deal is with this one right here, because I know it's healthy. And I know that this doesn't have any kind of disease or anything. But sometimes, guys, that just happens. Because if you see, I'm going to step back. This is actually a pretty young plant to have like 4 or 5 watermelon on it. You know what I mean? Which it does. So I'm going to just let it do what it does. And I'm going to show you, see how this trellis is going to work for me? Because there's a watermelon right here. This is going to eventually fall down on one of the sides and grow on top. I can tie it to this. These are going to get netted to this once they get bigger. These will get netted. And then everything will be everything. So that's just me out in my garden this morning, guys. I got a couple of things to do. I just always want to touch bases with y'all because we love each other in the grow world. You know what I mean? Corn looking great. Fruit looking great. You know what I mean? I'm going to come back out here in a little bit, y'all. But I decided that I want to drink a little bit more of my damn coffee before I come out here and play hard body. And finish smoking maybe my morning cigar. So, as always, thank you for checking me out. I'm looking for stuff, y'all. I don't know where none of my stuff is. As always, thank you for checking me out, y'all. In my Philadelphia urban farm while I'm living in my food forest. Eating out of my food forest. And I will definitely see y'all next time.